I'd like to call the February 25th, 2026 meeting of the Ogden Town Board to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd ask you to remain standing for a moment of silent reflection and prayer for our military servicemen and women serving around the world, as well as for our first responders. Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for being here tonight. We're going to start with something that's really honestly an honor and a privilege to be able to conduct, and that is the swearing in of two new officers here for the Ogden Police Department. So I guess I will start with Officer Brett, if you would like to come forward. Christian, come on out. Before we get to this, I just want to say, being part of the Ogden Police Department is really a huge honor. It's a real big deal to me personally, because I know the caliber of the men and women in this department, not just in their capabilities and their competencies, but in their character. And those are two enormous qualities that we strive for, even just in the hiring process. And I think in this particular case, it's awesome because, the DARE officer, which is what Officer Brett is taking on, it's not just furthering the Ogden Police Department. It's really having that integration with the community, with the kids. As somebody who has kids at the age that you will be running into my kids, I apologize for that. It's really meaningful to the kids to have somebody that cares enough about them to go into these topics that aren't the easiest of topics, and to have somebody who has the experience already that wants to tackle those things with kids of these age. I don't know what's wrong with you to want that, but I truly appreciate that. So I just wanted to say thank you before we do that. So, okay, if you wouldn't mind, place your left hand in the Bible, right hand, and repeat after me. I, Shannon Brett, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Ogden DARE officer according to the best of my abilities. So help me God. Congratulations.
So, as the supervisor mentioned, tonight's a little special because we have two officers that we're swearing in. Thanks to everybody that came. Thanks to all the officers that came in on their own time for this. This is really a tradition that we inherited. So we do this every time there's a hire, whether it's full-time, part-time, because it is a small department and we try and treat it like a family. And so for this next bit, we have Officer Anchor coming on. He's also a part-time officer. He's going to be working road patrol, and he would like his family to come up, and we're actually going to his family's going to pin his badge on. So we'll do it a little bit different than we just did for Officer Brett. So Officer Anchor, if you want to bring your entourage down, we'll get it started.
before we get to anything, I just want to echo what really I've already said, but I want to say one other piece to this, and that is that, you know, the members of this team, and of course the support of the town board members, this becomes a family. We really do care about each other. We really care about not just the you know, the physicality of the position, but the mental piece of this, and that's why we've invested a lot to make sure that when we encounter situations that they stay here and we go back to our families and we enjoy our families. And that's another thing that means a lot to us, because these guys mean a lot to us too, and you do as well. And so I just want to say, you know, welcome to the family for sure, and we're really grateful that you wanted to take the opportunity to be here with us. So without further ado, you want to hold that up for your daddy? You're a little tall, so. Yep, go ahead. You might have to hold her hand. Beautiful, I love it. Very good. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. Oh, doing that first?
Do that after.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on. We got a lot going on.
Okay. I, Sean Anker,
I, Sean Anker,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United
that I
States
will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Ogden Police Officer
the duties of Ogden Police Officer
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay, congratulations.
This is what I wanted to do it after. This is how it goes.
Perfect. I love it.
Beautiful. Sushi.
Thank you, sir. I will check the minutes tomorrow.
That's my kryptonite. So,
Past Noel's time.
my kids were before.
Past your time limit.
She's only 4, so we got some time. But... Yeah. Take care. Sir, sit. Yep, you go.
Okay, now we will have the national anthem from the people that were late. Really? I don't even get a smile for that? I thought that was a pretty good joke. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, we will move on to the next item. Actually, next is Resolution 101, approval of the minutes from our last meeting.
So moved. I'll second that.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, seconded by Councilman Toms. Is there any discussion on this? Then all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, we have privilege of the floor. If there's anybody that wishes to address the board at this time, you can come forward and address the board. Seeing none, we will close privilege of the floor, and we will move on to just a note that there are 2 bits of correspondence for the board to look through. One is the retirement letter from Valerie Collins, who's been our nutrition program coordinator for our senior center. We wish her all the best. She's probably going to stick around and help us out part-time anyways, but she's been a tremendous gift to our organization and to the seniors. So we wish her the very, very best. Next, our finance director, Sherry Foley, has submitted her attendance record to the Association of Towns annual training and conference that many of us attended this year, for the record there. Next, we'll have reports from town officers. So we'll start here. We've been meeting fairly regularly, planning our Independence Day celebration for the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration. So this is going to happen on Thursday, July 2nd at Pineway Ponds Park. There's quite a few things that we still have to work out, but it's coming together, shaping up quite nicely. Next month is really going to be our bigger promotional push for sponsorships and some of the details, so we'll be excited to share those then. As I said before, attended the annual training and conference for the Association of Towns. We were in New York City, and I just want to really thank the board for the ability to go to this conference. Not only is it an aggressive training, but it really helps prioritize some legislative factors, some things that they have that they feel, and I agree, really move the town in the right direction. There's increase in AIM funding, CHIPS funding, change in salary caps for retired public officers returning. I mean, I could go on this for a long time. A huge one for me is to give towns negotiating authority over pilot agreements for tax abatements for some of these large companies that come in. We don't get a say in that, which sounds crazy. Reforms in the tax cap formula, which is necessary. So all these advocacy pieces that were voted on by the members there unanimously. So excited for that. The governor attended and addressed the crowd. She did a great job highlighting some of the things that we're advocating for. That's nice. I'd love to see a number of these things in the budget. We did actually, I don't know if you guys know this actually, but one of these talking about AIM funding, the day after this conference that she spoke at, she announced she's adding $100 million in the budget for temporary municipal assistance fund. That's a lot of money, and it's great, and I'm super grateful. I looked it up. It is $14,000 for the town of Ogden. I'm not going to reject it. I'm not going to say no, but you know, the supervisor from the town of Brighton on this call that we had mentioned that a city that was named is getting $1.5 million, and the town of Brighton's getting 40 grand, and they have the exact same population. So there was clearly a lot more aid going to certain municipalities. We've been asking what's actually the formula for putting this together. Parma, which has less residents than us, is getting more of this funding than we are. Is what it is. I'm grateful again, but it, you know, I don't think that's going to help the rate of inflation and unfunded mandates, but we'll take it as is. Next, we are wrapping up the collection for the Westside Pet Food Pantry. Thanks to everyone who contributed. You still have a couple more days if you would like to contribute to that. We have a new event that we're working on. It's called Cops and Bobbers, and basically what we're doing is we are trying to kick off the canal opening for the season by having kind of a fishing derby with kids and our police officers kind of being the main highlight there. We've got some sponsors that are providing actual bobbers, so it's not just a title, and it'll be a fun event for kids. And I know we set a date. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
May 30th?
Definitely at the end of May, but I'll make sure that I announce that.
Last Saturday in May.
Perfect. Also want to announce another new initiative. So the Ogden Police Department is launching the OPD Citizens Police Academy. This is something that we had a number of years ago, but it's a community-focused program designed to give residents an inside look at the law enforcement operations. It begins Tuesday, March 10th, and classes are held every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. We'll run through May 5th right here at Town Hall. I know the training is actually going to be taking place in the Highway Department, but
Probably easier to.
it's here. Just come here, we'll point you in the right
This
direction.
campus.
Next Wednesday, March 4th, will be a ribbon cutting for a new business, Daya, Urgent Veterinary Services, located at 2800 Shepherd Road. We're excited to have them here. If you can attend that ribbon cutting, I will be there as well. And then lastly, this is like a 5-year project. We have a park called Heritage Park, which is actually right near this ribbon cutting. And there are RG&E telephone lines that are cutting right across Heritage Park. RG&E wants to move those transmission lines. When they announced that they were making that change, I said, hey, can you move the transmission lines completely off the property to the southern border of the property? And they said no. And then I got persistent, and then they said maybe. And then they realized that they had to do what's called an alienation. They have to do a parkland alienation because the county owns a piece of property there. So it's a multi-year process, apparently, to have this happen, but luckily this project is not going to take place until 2029 anyways. But I spoke with RG&E today. Everything looks great. They needed to speak with both the Assembly member and the Senate member, so Rob Orr and Josh Jensen, make sure that they are okay with it. Then it's got to go to the county for a resolution. Just a lot of work to move these transmission poles that RG&E was already replacing, is scheduled to replace. The reason it's important is because it actually opens up the entire property should we want to invest in a new lodge and bathrooms that are there for people that are walking in the park. So
Sewer line's right there.
yep, sewer line, there's electric,
Our sewer line.
there's electric, there's a lot that's there. So it's primed and ready. It's just, now you got to go through the process of planning and trying to pay for something like that. But this is the first step, and this is a huge thing because they like I said, they said there's absolutely no way, and then they came back and said, actually, there is a way. So, excited for that. That is it for me. Councilman Baker is not here. Councilman Gerbino not here. Councilman Hinman.
Only thing I just wanted to mention, I too was given the opportunity to go down to the annual NIAT training in New York City, so, for the National Association of Towns, so I appreciate that opportunity and to learn and to broaden my knowledge base on what we're doing here in the state, so that's all I got.
Very good. Councilman Toms.
I have no report, thank you.
Highway Superintendent Doug Case.
Yeah, the crews have been able to, get out on Buffalo Road, and started clearing the, trees on the 60-foot access, road into the new park project, so getting some work done out there as time permits. Got notified today that the county is lowering the speed limit on Dewey, Street from Hubble to Washington from 55 to 50, so we just got that notification. Looks like we might have to review some town board action on that, but we can follow up on that, because we
We've
just got.
already been discussing that.
Okay, so,
You're all good.
you saw it, okay. So, just got that today. Later in our resolutions, we do have the North Grease Fire District, agreement, and that's an opportunity for us to, do some work for the, fire district. We were approached by them after they heard that we did some work for our Spencerport Fire District, so it's another avenue for revenue for our highway department and helping our budget and stuff, so taking the opportunity to do some work for them, and I think that's about it.
Very good. You are the Highway Superintendent. Town Clerk, Noel Burley.
So we are just wrapping up the second installment, for taxes due the end of the month, but because it falls on a Saturday, we can still collect on Monday, so March 2nd, so busy with that. I also was afforded the opportunity to attend the training in New York City, and felt, the information, brought back was very valuable, so thank, the board for allowing me
It's
that
a Dewey
opportunity as well.
Very good. Okay, thank you. There being no other unfinished business, we'll move to new business, Madam Clerk.
Resolution 102, authorizing the sale of surplus property by the Town of Ogden Highway Department.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Councilman Tom, second by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 103, authorizing the Town of Ogden to enter into an agreement with the Spencerport Fire District for shared fuel and fuel service equipment.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, second by Councilman Toms. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 104, promoting Nicole Bateman to the position of Senior Office Clerk 1 in the Town of Ogden Highway Department.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Councilman Toms, second by Councilman Hinman. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Item carries. Next, please.
Resolution 105, authorizing the Town of Ogden to enter into an agreement with the North Grease Fire District for shared services.
I'll move that.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Hinman, second by Councilman Toms. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item carries. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second?
Moved by Councilman Toms, second by Councilman Hinman. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. We are adjourned. Thank you so much for coming.